Hello, my name is Tim Lancia, and this is a video about the calculator app we made. I'm going to start by showcasing kind of the app and its functionality. So it's a pretty basic calculator app. You can do multiplication, you can clear it, you can do lots of numbers, you can do decimals. So it's just pretty simple all around. Just very basic, nothing too fancy, but the main kind of premise or purpose of us learning this app is to do the style of it and kind of these the button layout and then adding its functions. So the main three functions in the code that we did was button. This was mostly just used for the styling of the buttons. So you can see like the button, and we set the background, kind of like how we wanted it to look. We did flex one to kind of split the screen in equal parts. Yeah, so this was mostly just for the styling purposes. We changed the color of the right side and the top left, or the top buttons. That's pretty much it for the buttons and the styling. Then we had index is basically where we all put it all together. Again, we had a little bit of styling here in this style section. We also imported from row, button, and calculator, just so you can be able to. It's kind of like in Java where you use different files. It's kind of that same style. Let's see. It's very similar to the first one that we did. Everything is in this view section that's kind of in the app. So you have all the buttons and how we are handling them. Specifically, probably the most important one is this handle tap. So it's when the buttons press, what does it do? And that's all done in this calculator file. And this is where we spent most of our time, or at least this is where I spent most of my time. So we kind of went through at the very end of it and cleaned it up a little bit. So we have this initial state kind of sets everything back to 0. So if you hit the clear function, so like let's see if I can find it. Oh yes, see, like here, you hit clear, it just goes to initial state, which just kind of clears it to 0. Then we just have handle number. So if you input a number, this is what sticks it in and shows it, and keeps certain values. And then handle equal is kind of the big function. This is where we have to be able to not only store the old value, but also be able to continuously input a number, and then also do the calculations. And you see here we just kind of added a switch statement. Before it was a bunch of if statements, and we just turned it into a switch statement to make it a lot nicer looking. So yeah, it's a pretty basic app, basic calculator app, nothing fancy. Yeah. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.